How you doing, folks? I'm Panzella from the Peaceful Streets Project New York City. So this morning we came here to Penn Station, the site of the NYPD drill. This is one of the stations that they were going to be releasing the perfluorocarbon gases into today. So we came here with respiratory masks and flyers about the drill. Handing them out to strap hangers in the station. We just wanted to make people aware of what's happening, make people aware of what's being released and the potential side effects of those gases, so that at least they can make an informed decision about whether or not they should ride the subway, and if they choose at least to ride with some protection, even though this probably isn't going to offer much. The NYPD is doing a drill in the subway today. They are releasing fluorocarbon gases. We're giving out free respirator masks to anybody who's interested. Please take advantage. Don't breathe in these toxic chemicals that the NYPD says are relatively harmless. They also told us that the air was safe to breathe at ground zero. And 12 years later, 50,000 people are sick and dying from the air at ground zero. We've been working with an investigator to find out exactly what the NYPD is releasing into the subways. They've released the names of 3 chemicals via FOIA request. We do have those documents. According to the Department of Energy, these are relatively harmless gases, although private studies have shown links to side effects like early onset menopause, thyroid dysfunction, and sterility. We are fighting to get more documentation, and the last we heard from the Department of Energy FOIA lawyer was that the NYPD was seeking an injunction to stop them from releasing the rest of the documents to us. So my question would be, if these gases are harmless, why is NYPD fighting in court to keep us from knowing what it is they're doing? So this morning, Peaceful Streets member Catherine Waters and I were handing out flyers and respiratory masks in Penn Station and educating people about the possible dangers of perfluorocarbons. And when I was approached by Amtrack police, a private corporate security force, those of you who don't know, a little side note, Amtrack was a private transportation system that was nationalized by the federal government because they couldn't maintain a profit. Rather than let them go out of business, they nationalized them, and so then they deputized their security force to become the Amtrack police, which are actually a federal law enforcement agency at this point. So I was approached by Amtrack police and told that I couldn't hand out my flyers without a permit, and that I was going to be arrested. Yes, it is.
Sir, not in here.
We just told you, we'll put you in cuffs.
You're gonna wait. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. You're gonna arrest me for handing out information.
Yes, we will.
You're gonna arrest me.
Yes, we will.
For exercising my First Amendment.
That's right,
Mr. Thompson.
Yes, Officer Thompson.
Of what agency?
Officer Thompson, of Amtrack Police.
Of Amtrack. You're not even police. You're Amtrack. Get out of here. You're private security. You better get your supervisor down here.
Is that part of MTA?
No.
It's part of an MTA drill.
Is that MTA pamphlet?
Always to the one.
Here, take one. You want one?
Is that MTA pamphlet?
So you think private corporate police, security guards, have the right to arrest me for exercising my First Amendment right to pass out flyers?
The rules are posted there.
This is public property.
And go over there, sir.
This is public property. Public property. Yeah, get the NYPD. I'll deal with them. Not dealing with private security guards. Amtrack police. You kidding me?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Amtrack police want to arrest me for handing out flyers because the NYPD is doing a drill today. They're releasing fluorocarbons into the subway system. Don't cuff me. You don't have the authority to cuff me. You are not police. I'm not resisting.
Put your hand behind your back.
We're police
Put your hand behind your back.
They're arresting me for handing out flyers,
Let's go.
ladies and gentlemen. First
Thank
Amendment.
you.
First Amendment protected speech.
Oh, wait till I
I'm handing out flyers about the NYPD releasing fluorocarbons into the subway and the Amtrack private corporate security police.
Let's go. No, take them
They
in.
have the right to
Take
arrest
them
me.
in.
right there.
I want to supervise. My constitutional rights being violated. I'm handing out flyers about the police, the Amtrack police, think they have the right to violate my First Amendment to free speech to hand out flyers. I am not soliciting. They chained me to a wall and kept me for about an hour while they rifled through my personal stuff. They searched me, they removed my belt and all my possessions, you know, any strings that I had that I might try to kill myself with. They asked me numerous times, was I suicidal? They implied to Catherine, who was waiting out in the hallway, that they thought I was emotionally disturbed and that they might need to have me committed to a 48-hour hold while they were doing their paperwork. And in the end, all they did was write me a summons for disorderly conduct. While they were doing that, they took an hour. I gave them a constitutional lesson. I discussed constitutional theory and sang Bob Marley songs at the top of my lungs. So that's my story. We're not going to let it stop us. We are going to give out the rest of our flyers. We just want to have the people in New York City to have all the information so they can make informed choices and take the proper precautions that they deem necessary. Because just the media just spouting the NYPD line that these are harmless gases, it's not good enough. We know that from 9/11 they told us the air was safe to breathe at ground zero, and 10 years later 50,000 plus first responders are sick and many have died from the respiratory illnesses that they got working at ground zero. So I'm Danny Panzella for the Peaceful Streets Project New York City. Thank you for watching.